All right, so we'll wait a few minutes for people to show up and see if we get an audience here.
So what antenna are you going to use?
The Chameleon MPAS 2.0.
Oh, that's what this backpack is.
Yeah, that's a really sweet antenna. I like it a lot. And we're dealers for it as well. All right, let's see if anybody comes live. If they don't, I'm just going to get started here. Hey everybody, I am No Limb Jim, and right now I am in the Tamoka State Park just north of Daytona Beach. And I will be setting up an amateur radio station here in the park that is operated or powered from solar power, and it will be a demonstration of doing communications in a disaster scenario. When there's no power, there's no communications, whatnot. And I'm just going to do the activation here, set everything up, and show you guys that I can do it without any hands and feet, or any fingers, very little fingers, and no legs. So I'm a multiple amputee. I am No Limb Jim. I had both of my legs amputated on February 8th of 2022, and then my fingers were amputated in June, July, and August of 2022 as well. So that was a result of a surgery that went horrifically wrong. But over the last couple of years, I've been learning how to deal. And my friend Mike from, what is it, Ham Radio Fun with KO4PDI?
Ham Fun with KO4PDI, at Ham Fun KO4PDI.
Yeah, so if you go check out his ham radio channel as well. So I'm going to be setting up the station here, and I'll be making some lunch using some Mountain House adventure meals and my jet boil, and then getting on the air on ham radio. So let's get started here and let you guys see how it all works. And actually, I'm going to let Mike take the camera. I'm going to show you Mike here. Mike right here. Wave, Mike. Say hi.
Hey everybody, how you
Mike,
doing?
just
KO4PDI.
Take the camera, and if you hold it down a little.
Wheelchair day at the park. There's a guy with a boat in a wheelchair.
A boat and a wheelchair.
No.
Man, sorry.
Sorry.
It's wheelchair day at the.
It's wheelchair day at Tamoka State Park.
It's
I love it.
National Wheelchair Day at Tamoka State Park. So this is the camp table that I put the station on, and it's pretty easy to set up. Mike's lighting look good with the sun and everything there?
Well, you're in the shade. You're good.
Yeah, so you can get
I'm
these
going to go around the other side.
You can get these off of Amazon, and they're easy to set up, and they'll hold a decent amount of weight. The radio station between the radio and the solar generator . Try to stay closer to the Starlink, because
That's what we'll do.
I don't have an external router on there.
Right.
One of the things I'm working on.
All right, we're live, and we got 4 minutes and 13 seconds. We've been streaming. 2 likes.
All right, here we go.
Thumbs up.
So I'm gonna continue setting up this table, and my friend Mike from Ham Fun with KO4PDI. That's his YouTube channel. He's another amateur radio operator who likes to do the Parks on the Air events. What I like to do. He's here, and I think he might get on the air later with me. But this is really to show you guys that even with limitations like having no legs, having no fingers, don't let it make you stop living your life. I did a lot of disaster relief before I lost my legs and my hands, and kind of that was kind of what led to it. We think with a small virus infection that I had in 2019 after being in the Bahamas after after Hurricane Dorian. But anyway, that's been a big part of my life is disaster relief. And, you know, gotta figure out which side it's supposed to go on. I think it goes like that. I'm still doing some disaster relief. I haven't deployed what we call downrange to where the disaster is really yet. I have worked with running the staging area for airlifts that we do.
All right, I hit reconnect. It went from 6 to 3 people watching, but we got 3 people watching.
Anyway, we're having some issues with connectivity out here in the park. Trying to use Starlink, standing in front of the terminal. That might be the reason, I'm not sure. But eventually I hope to be able to get out camping again, which I'll probably try in the spring, and do it with somebody to begin with Michelle and the kids, or one of the kids, or whoever, somebody from my family, and learn how to set up a camp, meaning a tent and everything you would need for camping, without any hands or feet. Although I did get my prosthetics a couple weeks ago. I'm not allowed to walk anymore. I've got to go through some pretty intensive physical therapy to learn how to use the prosthetic legs. So what I realized is I have the clamps in the wrong spot, so I'm just going to pop it up, move them over. All together. I see Mike wanting to try to help.
I was just gonna, and I said, well, maybe he doesn't want me to.
Yeah, I'm going to show that I can do it myself, but I'll take a little help. Mike's a good guy. Again, that is Mike from Ham Fun with KO4PDI, who's a ham radio operator who lives near where we live. Mike likes to get out in the parks as well. And he's a real friend of our hamradio.world YouTube channel, which is our family video channel that has a whole bunch of subscribers and millions of views. We haven't done much with that since I was sick and had my amputations, but we're going to get back into that and might actually do a live stream with that later today. Okay, so this, there we go. That's in the right spot now. I'm going to go put this over here a little closer to the sun so I can use the solar panel. But I'm going to try to stay in shade a little bit for the video. So this one's set up. Right here, this yellow box is a solar generator. That's a 720 watt hour, 12 volt portable power system, solar power system that we make with our Shack-in-a-Box business. And the cool thing about it is it has absolutely no RF interference generated from it. So it's perfect for amateur radio. It's got a maximum power point tracking Geneson solar charge controller that we have family business builds. I actually built this one with some help from my wife Michelle. This has a shortwave HF radio, which is the ICOM 7300, and it's also got a VHF, UHF FM radio, which is the ICOM 2730A, both of which are very capable radios. And it opens up here. Mike, you built your own.
I did. I already disassembled it though, and I'm redoing it because I'm never satisfied.
You know how it is. Well, we are satisfied. Mike, you can show this one if you want. Those are all newly designed and engineered shelves. They're made out of aviation grade aluminum and can hold about 50 pounds. 3.5 Gs. back of the go box is not finished because we had to take some parts to be able to send the go box to a customer that his go box was ready to ship, but we didn't have the back panel, so we put the back panel to this one. So that plugs into the solar generator, and then we plug in the solar panel to the solar generator, and we plug in the antenna. I'll show you guys the antenna here. This is chameleon antenna, MEAS. It stands for multi-purpose antenna system.
I just thought it was MPAS.
MPAS, yeah. It's probably called the MPAS. All right, in case Mike gets out of hand here. And I'm going to put the antenna a little closer to the water.
Do you have counterpoises for that too?
Yeah, there's a counterpoise for it. Whip point. You're good there, Mr. Tracy. Counterpoise is in here, Mike, and it has, this is their balun or their unan, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's the matching network that allows it to be used on multiple different frequency bands.
Cops are coming. Coming to get you, Jim.
That's a little bird.
We got 5 people watching right now.
Well, I appreciate everybody watching. So guys, what we're doing is I'm setting up amateur radio station in the field. I'm going to make some contacts with it to simulate a disaster. A lot of times in disasters, communications are down, there's no power, there's no cell phones. And in this radio system, you make communications, and you have to have a way to power it. So today we're going to use solar power, and a portable antenna, and a portable station that my family and I built with our Shack-in-a-Box business, and show you how to get on the air and make some contacts with it. Then we'll make some lunch with more food, and show you that even without legs and fingers, you can still try any disaster. You can choose to be a victim, or you can choose to overcome. I've chosen to overcome. So it means it's easy. This is hard to turn with no fingers, but it is doable. Okay, right in there. And you take the counterpoise. This gives an electrical ground to the antenna, even though it's not a physical earth ground. It gives an electrical ground and gives the antenna something to work with.
Chris Gaming commented, "What's up for today?"
So today we're setting up an amateur radio station in the field simulating emergency disasters. And what I've done here is I've connected the wire and run it through the coils mistakenly. So I've got an uncoil or untangle it.
I'm gonna put it on the other end by the grip.
No, it's when I took the
When you tighten it, it's not full.
no, when I took the 5/6 in ring ends here,
Yeah.
it had gone through the coils for me,
Oh,
and it was going to make a nice big
drill with a single anymore.
Which gaming is here commenting? We have two people watching right now.
This is setting up the antenna. It's a shortwave radio antenna.
I think you'll wind up with a field there.
Look at them now.
Perfect. Bring it towards you right now. Yeah. Right there. Try speaking. Right there. You got it. Nothing you couldn't do for $29.95. Yeah. I want to see how you're going to get the coax on that. SHBK.
It's not easy.
It's
not easy with this.
Are you missing this section there? The skinny section on top?
That's the whole thing.
Oh, that doesn't come out?
No, it's not.
Okay, that is the small section. Okay. Kind of reminds me of the Sporty 40 by, what is it, Wolf River Coil. I got one of those in my car.
They're good antennas. You just really have to see them.
Well, the Sporty 40, what it does, it makes a 17-foot width kit on 40 meters. And if you, or multiple meters, but if you want to only get that out of the tree,
Oh, okay.
yeah, if you want to do everything yourself, I got it.
You're going to be out by yourself. You got to be able to do it by yourself.
Alright, that's it. You got to roll it out.
It's in here. They use coax from ABR Industries.
If anybody wants to buy that coax, you can use my code HAMFUN, get 20% off.
Really?
Yeah.
We just started using their RG316 in our mailbox.
Actually, it's ABR 10 HAMFUN is the code. So you can get a discount. I like it. That's got the choke built on it already. Yeah. It says you're using a counterpoise, you put the M with the choke on the antenna. Right. Exactly.
Mine didn't just memorize the question.
No, it comes from doing thousands of contacts on POTA. You learn these things. Yeah, the thing came off. Yeah, screwed in. Yeah, Chuck at ABR really helped me out when I did my tower. He gave me ends, so when I spliced I cut the excess coax off. Once the tower's done, I'll have all the ends I need to put on it. It was really nice of Chuck. Really nice people. Chuck and Shannon at ABR Industries. Go see them. Yep. Put call sign on it or your name on it if you want
We
it.
have them do that with the cables we use in the ham radio build-out.
Right. You put Shack-in-a-Box and you put our part number on it.
Which size cable we need. As you can see how the cable, the wires are coming onto each leg very easy. Special way.
Over and under.
Over and under. They call it the radio. I learned from working on television and then that's a cable that costs $300.
Oof.
And the boss
$300.
rolling it like this.
Hey. Yeah, no, never
And
do
the
that.
boss is like, yeah, we're going to make you pay for the next one you break. So of a go box. Usually there would be a panel here with all of the input-output connectors.
Would have the SO239s
Yeah.
on it and
It
everything?
has SO239s and a panel mount power pole. But because we needed to take that to give it to a client, the ones that we ordered did not come properly made, so we needed to have them redone. We were drilling them ourselves. Somewhere around here I've got a red and black power cable. We were drilling those boxes or those panels ourselves, and in summertime in Florida it gets very hot in the garage, so we decided to have some engineered, and the company that we got to make them was not consistent with their finish, so we are having a new company remake them. And put this over here. This is the iPad I use for logging.
What program do you use to log?
Hammers.
That's what I do too, yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll bring the smaller of the two anchor power supplies over here. And I'll use that to keep the iPad charged.
Somebody just did a review on that battery. I forget if it was Mike or T.O. Somebody just did it. I remember seeing it.
We're going to find out right now when we get on the air a little bit whether or not it creates any radio frequency interference. Okay, so it is charging. And now I've got to find my power pole cable, which might be on the truck while I'm doing it. The Wi-Fi connection is in the Starlink. It doesn't seem to be that good. I've got a router that we're building into an air traffic control system, which is what the Starlink is for. And that's supposed to cover a quarter mile. So we'll see how that one works once I get all that built and ready. Starlink is something that we are using with the NGO that I work with, Aerobridge, which uses donated aircraft to fly relief supplies into disasters.
Yeah, you're not
Set
going to
the
use
solar
it.
panel up, it would go right here in the sun, and then plug in. But in essence of not dragging the video out forever, we will shoot out.
Well, we can stop it. Connectivity group. 157.5.
Alright, so the radio's on.
If you just get on there and give the call sign and say portable, they'll let you go next.
What is this, a net?
Yeah, no, it's a activity group. And what they do is, you just give out your call sign, say who hears me, you get reports from all over the world.
Alright, so I'm real quick going to go off frequency and hit the tuner. And it's already tuned. You said 25?
157.5. Yeah, 18157.5. Wait till we're done. Guys, give me reports. doesn't seem to be RFI.
No, I don't see anything on the water. You got the waterfall. You can see it on the waterfall. You can't see it from here. I should tell him we're Central Florida. That's Sean.
KD9, Mike Victor Echo. We see 55 or 20 over. What does it say, Mike? 30 over, and now you are in one transmission. You went from 30 over to 55. 89, MVT on the rotating dipole. Who here? Wisconsin. 59, Milton, Ontario.
Just give me a signal report with your location.
59 Portable in Florida.
I stood in Nebraska. 25 over. Get over, Mike.
That's pretty cool. I wasn't aware of this, man.
Yeah, it's not a net. It's just an activity call.
Guys, I had
Every day. 17:30 UTC comes on.
West Virginia, I believe it was, or somewhere around there. A couple more I couldn't pull out. Thanks, everybody. Back to you, Sean. All right, thanks. Well, north, our propagation changes. You hit it 20 over, or 5 is 5.
So this is a
Yankee 8 Lima Victor, 6 Yankee 8 Lima Victor. Lester, the beach.
6
You wake up
Yankee
lit
8 is Jamaica.
If you go on their website, hfqso.com, you can see the list he's going by.
India, hey, Ron, your turn.
So what we're going to do here is going to turn camera for a second. This is the 17-meter amateur radio band. And this is a group of hams or amateur radio operators around this frequency. Someone will give out their call sign, and other people around the world are telling him how loud his signal is in their location. So we're going to wait for our turn, and I'll give a shout and see if you can hear me from this portable station set up in the park here in Florida. We'll fix it. We'll fix it.
21.3 degrees in central.
All right, we're back.
Which is a little chilly, but they spike that in small mosquitoes and nothing crawling around with ground on their belly. So with that said, W9 CND. I wonder if anybody hears me.
5'9" in Florida portable.
Finding out just how good your antennas are and how you're circulating things. And it's always do a great job. W9 CND back to Mr. Negatrol. Thanks, Ron. 59 here in Detroit. Kurt, thanks, Kurt. 59 into Toronto. And Joel, we got you on as the short time there, Joel. So you'll probably be on after the ID. Guys, ID, Victor, go 3, X-ray, Yankee,
So
Toronto.
50s.
Whiskey X-ray 14, go Victor portable. So he gives them a 10-minute ID. That's a good idea.
Yeah, every 10 minutes, everybody ID. When they're done IDing, just jump in there, give me a call sign, tell them portable.
Whiskey X-ray 14, go Victor portable in Florida.
Hey, you should have heard that. That's Sean up in Toronto. He's one of the mods. They know me. If I give my call sign, they'll know it's me. Somebody's asking, is that a GRS radio? No.
No, this is Whiskey X-ray 4, Tango Victor, portable in Florida. Whiskey X-ray 4, Tango Victor, WX4 TV, over. The portable station is Whiskey X-ray 4 television, over.
We're talking to you. That was Sean, I think.
Roger, Roger. Whiskey X-ray 4 Tango Victor, portable in Tamoka State Park, over.
Just say who hears me.
Okay, this is
Whiskey X-ray 4 Tango Victor, portable, running 100 watts into an impact 2 antenna in the Tamoka State Park just north of Daytona Beach. Say, who hears me? These are all the people that are hearing me. Thank you very much, guys. We're doing a YouTube live stream and just showing people how you can set up in a disaster and do portable amateur radio. I'm going to be clear with that. Maybe explore through these things, guys. Alright, guys. So what we did was this is you call it a user group or activity group.
Activity group, yeah.
On the 17-meter amateur radio band, which is what you would know as a shortwave radio. It allows for worldwide communications depending on the ionosphere and how active the solar spots, the sun spots and whatnot are. If you're familiar with CB, it will use what you would know as skip, where it hits the sky, comes down, hits the ground, hits the sky, and allows for worldwide communications. I just put out my call sign, and we got people back from Ontario, from Oklahoma, Virginia, other places that heard us. And when they said 5.9 or 5.7, 5 is on a scale from 1 to 5, where the 1 would be hardly readable, 5 means perfectly readable, and 9 is the strength of the signal on what they call the signal strength meter, or the S meter on the radio. So this is real quickly just showing how you can set up an amateur radio station in a disaster, run it off of portable power, use the portable antenna, and get on the air and make contacts in an emergency. I can use this radio to send and receive email without using an internet connection here locally. I can either send it directly to another person who's on the radio with the email program called WinLink, or I can send it through what they call an RMS gateway, or I believe that stands for Radio Mail Service, which is connected to the internet outside of the disaster. And actually during Hurricane Dorian, when we were in the Bahamas, our sat phones didn't work, the cell phones didn't work. The only thing that worked was amateur radio WinLink email, and I used 30-meter amateur radio, 10 megahertz. So we actually connected a chain link fence to a radio just like this through a matching network to make the impedance match. And we're able to send emergency traffic messages back and forth between the United States through an RMS gateway, which was in Belize, I believe it was. And that's how we did it. So now, guys, I'm getting a little hungry. I'm sure Mike's probably getting hungry, but he's going to have a beef stick. The other thing you got to be able to do in a disaster is eat. And we're going to do that over here. Is Mountain House Foods. You can get these at Walmart or on Amazon. They have like a 50-year shelf life. There's 440 calories in here. They are a little bit high on sodium. Alligator behind me.
Yeah.
Alligator behind me.
Yeah.
In this park. Got to take out the oxygen absorber. And this is what it looks like on the freeze dried. And then you just boil, for this one you boil a cup and a half of water. And then you pour it in and let it sit for 10 minutes. This is a jet boil, which I've had for years. And I've used this all over the world in disasters. As long as I have the gas for it, I'm going to have to go make sure I brought the gas from home. If not, we're going to learn about not being prepared. Mike, I may need your help getting this.
You hold. Was it unscrew?
It just pulls off. It's funny because this morning it fell straight off.
Of course it did. Well, you didn't need it.
Here,
I can't even get it.
Actually, let's
Again. Now we're back. Now we got 4 people watching. 1, 2, 3. All right, it's working. Good. Hey, Jim, say something. Our mic's dead. This one's working now. Take this one.
My mic's dead?
Dead, yeah.
All right.
This one was on though, so but I'm watching this one on the thing and I don't see yours. I think this is what was picking up your voice.
Well, all right. Well, okay, guys. So we'll use this mic. Let's see. No wonder people couldn't hear us. I'll put it here.
1, 2. Now it's working. It
Okay,
was shut
so-
off. You must have hit.
I must have hit it.
Power on.
Yeah.
It's
So,
there.
Mike, you can put that one on you.
I
So,
will.
anyway, Mike can talk as well. This, the burner just screws onto these gas packs, and a full one will boil 108 boils. So, if you're judicious with it, it can last you a long time.
Oh wow, that's a cool little
Yeah.
gadget.
You can get them on Amazon. I'll actually put a link on for Amazon
Jetboil.
where you can get them. Oops. And I do this every time. I forget to pull out the little knob for turning it on and off.
Oh,
Probably need a checklist for this. So there's a little knob right there. And it just pulls out.
uh-huh.
Screw it on.
Yeah, make sure it's off.
I don't remember which way is on and off. So
Probably counterclockwise is off. You'll know in a second. As
yeah,
soon as
usually with gas it's backwards. Clockwise is usually off with gas. We'll see. Usually figure out 2 cups or a cup and a half. What I don't like are these Pure Life bottles because, as you'll see, with one hand, it is virtually impossible
to
to
unscrew it
open
without spilling.
without spilling.
Because it's just cheap ass tops they
Yeah,
put on it.
real cheap plastics. So people have asked me sarcastically, what makes Smart Water so? When you have no fingers and you can open the Smart and you can carry it with a lid on it, because people are like, you could just drink it from a cup. Well, not if I'm trying to ride around in my wheelchair.
Right.
All these green bean people who are like plastic. So we're 40 minutes. I'm gonna probably is.
Trees don't help.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that Jason had the Starlink, the original one, actually the second bigger one,
Yeah.
and he had that on a post, and there were trees around him up in Pittsville, up at Monsanto State Park, and it didn't work.
Okay. So we started boiling at what, 40 minutes,
Yeah,
and it'll be done here in just a little bit.
not even a minute yet.
It's already starting to steam.
And then you pour that right into the bag.
And you pour it into the bag, stir it up, close it, and let it sit for 10 minutes, and then you have lasagna. They have these taste really good. I mean, our family considers it comfort food.
Real, and you can get this at Walmart.
Walmart in the
Wow.
camping section. It's a little bit cheaper on Amazon, and starting to get a little bit of bubbles in it. I'll wait till it gets to a rolling boil. There, Mike, you can probably just show in there. It's already ready to go. So how many minutes have we been going here?
Minute and a half.
In a minute and a half, we have boiled a cup and a half of water.
Now, do you pour the water in the bag, or you pour that into the cup?
No, well, you can do both, but it's really hard to clean this stuff up. So I pour the water into the bag, and this is kind of tough for me with only small bits of fingers. So what I do is I make sure that I'm not going to
Spill
run
it
the
on
risk
yourself.
of spilling it on my leg.
That would be bad.
Just pour it in here. Yeah, man, I wish we had smell-o-vision, because I'll let Mike smell it. Tell me what you think, Mike.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and Mike's Italian.
Like Grandma used to make.
This is good stuff. So you stir it up, mix up all the sauce and everything. The water reconstitutes everything. You close up the bag, wait 10 minutes, and eat it. And you can use a little bit more water if you want it more soupy, or use less water if you want it less soupy, or eat 3 meals. Usually when I'm deployed, I will eat 2 of these, one for breakfast and then one for a late lunch, and then during the day, if I get hungry, I'll eat some beef jerky or something. And that's how you stay alive in a disaster area. So I don't know how many people we have watching or how many questions there might be, but if there's
We got 3 people watching. You guys got any questions?
if you got any questions, be happy to answer
Put it
them.
in the chat.
I probably should keep a clothespin or a clip, because so at about 53 minutes, we will probably have a better.
Actually, 52 minutes. 51, 52 should be done.
Okay, so around 52 minutes. So this is basically how you can survive in a disaster. Boil your water. Have some bottled water that you can drink to have safe drinking water. Mountain Health Foods, you cannot go wrong with them. There are other brands out there that you can get, like at REI, some of the stores. I do not like the other brands at all, especially there's a Mormon brand. I forget the name of it now. Anyway, they sell like huge 1,000 meal packages for several $1,000s.
By the way, Ann Baker says, I pray for you every day, Jim.
Ann,
Your faith and perseverance is inspirational.
Thank you, Ann.
I agree, Ann.
Mike was praying as well. Mike's a really good friend from here in Florida. And he came out when he found out I was going to be here in the park. He came out. He's a ham radio guy as well. And we're going to get on the air later and do a YouTube live stream on his channel, which is Ham Fun
with KO4
PDI. For Papa Delta India, and also on the hamradio.dot world, DOT for the dot, hamradio.dot world. You're gonna do a park and get on the air and make a bunch of contacts and have some fun with that. But right now we're just gonna wait and see how this mountain house tastes. And if there are any questions, feel free to ask. For those of you who don't know, I am James, otherwise known as No Limb Jim, and I am a multiple amputee. My legs are gone. Most of my fingers are gone. At least part of each of the fingers have been taken off. All 4 of the fingers here, the tip of this thumb, and then as you can see these. This happened as a result of a surgery that went very badly wrong in December of 2021.
December 8th.
December 8th. I died.
I remember it.
11 times, they say. I was without oxygen for 30, 40 minutes at a time, multiple times. According to the medical records, on the ambulance ride between Orlando and Daytona and Orlando, apparently I didn't have any perfusion for about 40 minutes. And I arrived in Orlando, and the critical care doctor who saw me there said that I would be losing my hands and feet, my fingers and my feet, and likely other things like my nose and my ears and other things that are appendages. Thankfully, I didn't lose any of those. I'm not dead, and I attribute that to miracles and prayer. Lots of people prayed, lots of people. And then I was in the hospital for 4.5 months. I got out of the hospital, I could not roll over in bed, or I could just barely roll over in bed. They told me I would be using a Hoyer lift for the rest of my life to get in and out of bed. I'm going to let Mike show you. So this is something I did earlier and people may not have been watching. A Hoyer lift is a sling that they use on a crane so that you can be picked out of your wheelchair and put into the bed or put on a toilet or whatever. I'm walking on my knees. I do this because I have to. I just got my prosthetic legs last month, and I am learning to use them. It'll be several months before I'm actually able to walk, but I did get prosthetic legs, thankfully. But in the meantime, I'm not using a Hoyer lift. I just grab my chair and pull myself in. And then to drive, I do the same thing. I walk on the ground and pull myself up into the truck. And I use my strength to pull myself in. So,
I got to say something. I remember the second year after this. The first year at Huntsville was tough, but the year after that, I got to Huntsville, Alabama for the Hamfest.
yeah.
And Jim calls me up. He saw me posting pictures from the Space Center. He says, "Oh, you're in Huntsville?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You want to go out to eat?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that's going to entail, but yeah, I said yes. He goes, "I'll come pick you up." I almost fainted when he said that because I'm like, how are you going to come pick me up? You got no legs, you got no hands, you're not driving. He is driving. He's got hand controls on the car
Yeah.
now,
Hand controls.
which is amazing. So
Raise the wheelchair up on this Harmar lift on the back.
you are an inspiration in that a lot of people would have given up a long time ago.
I'd be dead if I didn't have faith.
And you just, and you're not talking about your daughter.
Yeah, I'm talking about my daughter.
Because
Actually,
she's a big help too.
Faith, Hannah, Hope, Grace, and Zechariah, and Michelle were all very big reasons why I'm alive.
Yeah. Michelle did a good job telling everybody what was
She did.
going on while you were in the coma and sending pictures and everything. I mean, it was amazing what I was watching on Facebook. But yeah, I'm glad you're still around.
I'm a fighter, man. And, you know, there's some people that worked for me that said they called me an a-hole. And they said the only reason I'm alive is because I'm an a-hole. Maybe I'm too stubborn to die. But it's fate.
No, you can be a jerk sometimes.
I can.
Still.
Yeah, the first time I ever met Mike, I told him he was brandishing a firearm and he should go to jail.
Yeah,
I
our
remember
first
that.
meeting wasn't exactly at Rochelle Park. That was a lot of fun. That's when I saw the rivalry between cops and firemen. I got to see it firsthand there.
Where are we going on this here?
I don't know. We are at 50 minutes, so we got 2 more
A
minutes.
couple more minutes. We'll just let it keep cooking. It's nice and warm.
Unless you like it al dente, then I would start eating it now.
Well, it comes out al dente at 10 minutes.
Okay.
It comes out still kind of crunchy.
Okay.
You know, it's
I
freeze
swear I'm
dried.
going to stop at Walmart on the way home and buy some of that.
go into the camping section at Walmart.
Mountain House.
Mountain
That's the
House
name of it.
Foods.
Okay.
The other kinds that I don't remember the name brands. Patriot Foods I've tried. I wasn't a fan of them. A lot of the other brands use textured vegetable protein instead of meat. Mountain House uses real beef. They
Good.
use real cheese. They use real chicken.
Anybody have any questions, feel free to jump
Yeah.
in now. We got a couple of people watching right now. We got 2 thumbs up.
I really like their biscuits and gravy. If you're a fan of Southern food, biscuit, but you need to bring some pepper along.
Listen, you start working with those prosthetics, you're going to have to lose a few pounds.
Yeah,
You got to get a little lighter, make it a little easier on you.
I've actually lost 20 some pounds in the last month and a half.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, that was the challenge. Is in the hospital they were forcing me to eat thousands and thousands and thousands of calories, and I got
Probably
used to
because
it.
your body needed it to fight back.
Well, I was
What were you-
also I had lost 100 and some pounds,
Yeah,
and I got used to eating that much.
yeah, that'll happen.
And heck, you're there and you're not. You know, I used to have a manual wheelchair,
Right.
and I was coming home from Texas, and in New Orleans, somebody broke into the truck and stole my manual wheelchair. And
By the way, everybody watching this, we drop out every now and then because we're using Starlink, and I guess we're skipping satellites or something. So if we drop out, don't go away. Just stay here. We'll come back on as soon as
Yeah.
the signal's back. All right, we're
So
at
let's
52
see.
minutes.
all right, so I'm gonna let Mike take the first honors here.
You're serious?
Yeah. Here you go, Mike. Tell me what you think.
Oh my God,
And Mike's Italian.
I'm taking it.
If I'd known you were coming, I would have brought 2 of them, brother.
Holy mackerel, that's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mountain House food. It's cold out here. That you can eat.
Just looking at
The whole bag?
servings. Each serving is
Each serving is 220 calories.
120 calories. That's still not bad.
No,
That's not bad, 220 calories.
No.
Wow. And it's warm because it's cold out. It tastes so, I got to get one of these little gadgets too.
yeah, that's a DJI.
Jet boil.
Or the jet boil.
The gimbal, I got gimbals.
The jet boil is awesome, and
Yeah.
I'll put a link to them on Amazon because there's a spot where I got them that they were cheaper.
Yeah, sometimes you find that on Amazon. You find the same item sold by 3 different people and one of them's cheaper than everybody else.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean it's from China.
Jet boil's made in New Hampshire. I think they're made in the United States. So Mountain House lasagna with meat sauce. And Mike is a real Italian from New York, right?
Jersey.
Jersey. A real
My
Italian.
grandparents came from Italy, 1909 on the Martha Washington ship. I went to Ellis Island. That's what my grandmother's name is on the wall. It's
Cool.
nice.
When Mike says, "Oh my God," about lasagna.
Oh, that I didn't think it was going to taste that good.
I mean,
The meat is amazing.
yeah, it's
There's
real
meat in there.
prime ground beef.
Right.
And, you know, we had a client out in Phoenix who was making his own freeze-dried stuff using a freeze dryer thing that costs like $10,000.
Wow.
His tasted a little bit better than this. His wife was a Mexican. She was cooking Mexican food, and it was really good. And they even freeze-dried grated cheddar cheese.
Wow. I'm impressed. So we want to keep streaming. We've been on for 55 minutes. You want to let people watch you eat? Or
I
you
think
wanna
what we'll
get
do,
off?
guys, is we're gonna let the iPhone charge. If you're watching and you're a ham radio operator, we're gonna do Parks on the Air here in just a little bit, and we'll be live streaming over on the hamradio.world, and instead of a period, it's DOT YouTube channel, and I believe Mike's gonna go live on his channel,
Yep.
which is Ham Fun with KO4PDI. Papa Delta, Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta, India. So for now, unless there's any other questions, I'll let Mike put up. It usually takes about a minute for the questions to show up in the live stream.
Yeah, we still got Ann Baker's comment here where she's praying for you. Anybody else got a question? We got 2 people watching right now.
If there's any other questions, be happy to answer them. I'm going to enjoy this.
Ask the questions. Come on, folks.
This would have been better to have done yesterday, you know, on a weekend, but I was out here testing a Go box yesterday that we had built for a client.
No questions.
All right, guys. Be sure to like this channel, subscribe to it, go over to hamradio.world.
Jessica wants to know, Jessica Spencer wants to know, where are you? It looks beautiful out. It is beautiful out.
Yes.
We're in Florida,
Yeah,
And this is-
Tamoka State Park,
Tamoka State Park.
just north of Daytona Beach, and we are simulating a disaster. So made this food, the Mountain House meal, using a jet boil to boil the water. We're doing some amateur radio, portable amateur radio contacts, and showing how you can survive in a disaster area. I'm doing it with no legs and no feet, and there I am on YouTube in Mike's phone. Guys, thanks for watching. Like this channel, subscribe to it. Go over to Ham Fun with KO4PDI, and that's Mike's channel, and subscribe to his channel. Hit the bell for notification. Subscribe to the hamradio.world YouTube channel. That's our family's YouTube channel. If you're interested in amateur radio, and you can see my kids grow up on that channel over the last 10 years. We stopped posting a lot of videos when I died, but we'll be back to it now that I am back out and about. And for now, that's it. I'm No Limb Jim from Tamoka State Park. See you next time.